Hi everyone, Sil here, and welcome to another video. This one will be an oversimplified guide into Star Wars The Old Republic, parsley.io. For those that don't know, this website is used to upload and view the numbers of all the people from around the globe, from all the Star Wars servers that want to see the numbers on the DPSs or healers in this game in general. This guide will be a simplified one, going over only the basic functions, how to view the numbers. If you guys are interested in the more in-depth guide, I can make one. Just make sure you leave a comment and leave a like, so I'll make such a guide, more in-depth, with going over all the functions that this website has, and it is very big actually. For example, at the beginning, let's use this page to say exactly what I mean. As you can see all the DPS specs in the whole Star Wars The Old Republic. You have the Republic spec, DPS one, and the Imperial counterpart, and this is going for all the DPSs. In here you can see their DPS numbers on the dummies throughout on the all 75 level players. Well, let's start from the very beginning. To find parsley.io, just type in your address parsley.io, as you can see on my screen right now. However, be careful, because sometimes it has a tendency to bug itself and you're gonna get a message that the website is inaccessible. So what you can do is go into Google, type in Star Wars The Old Republic, Parsley, and as a first result you should have parsley.io. Just click on the website and you're gonna be greeted with that page. This is where you upload your own personal numbers. So you type in which server you're from, which time zone you're from, which guild you're from, special notes, for example, Mercenary Arsenal, and then you click on Browse. It should direct you to the Documents folder where you have your game combat logs. Just select a combat log you're interested in from Star Wars. Select Open. It's gonna appear over here. You click Analyze, and it directs you to your thing. It will put your numbers automatically in such as things like stats. There are always precautions while you are uploading stuff, so read these messages over here. Currently, for example, after the latest patch, the Rishi parses will not be taken into any consideration. Apparently people bug something and they can cheat it, sort of. So, first let's go into leaderboards, what it does. We're not gonna be going over the DPS parse leaderboard. This shows you the top 50 people DPS wise around the globe. So if you're into that sort of challenge, you can go over there and you can see people that are on the top. Okay, so second thing, very useful thing. If you're a new raider and you want to go into the progression rates, regardless of what the guild is, yeah, you're probably gonna be required to download Star Wars. But if you're watching this video, you most likely already have the Star Wars. So let's go on the operations leaderboard. For example, you're a, like I said, new raider, or you're a raid leader of sorts, and you wanna know what is the DPS or healing requirement for each boss in operations. So let's first off select the boss. Let's do Styrak. It seems to be very often used by different raid leaders as a sort of DPS check. You select the boss. I'm gonna select the Dreadmaster Styrak. Gonna select the mode, 8 man or 16 man. I usually go 8 men, so I'm gonna go 8 men. Let's select Master mode, DPS or healing per second, class. Where is that? Mercenary. Well, maybe not that, we'll just leave it as open. If you're gonna select the default option, it will compare all the classes, not just one. Discipline doesn't matter because we selected nothing. Server, let's go over my server, because it will compare again all the servers if you select the server option. Live, what's the options? Yeah, we can do it live. It's basically everything since 6.0. Display. And this is what people been uploading as their numbers into the DPS of this particular fight. It's not much, as you can see, because people don't usually do that, but those will be the numbers, the only numbers of people who have uploaded the logs from a fight which they have completed. If you haven't killed the boss, regardless what your number's been, it will not go through. So those are the people who have completed the operation. Also, bear in mind, there are different requirements of DPSs depending which mode you're using, because as you see, suddenly, on hard mode, veteran mode, numbers are different. This has to do with the veteran stacks you get currently in the game in level 70 content. If you guys are interested, you can ask me in the comment section, or if you're my guildie, you can ask me on the Discord, I can explain further. But anyway, that's what we can see on the DPSs on individual bosses. Every ops which is in the game you can find here. Let's do Apex Vanguard. Why not? Look how many numbers there are here. Alright, right now let's go into stats. So the most important thing if you are aspiring to be a DPS or a healer and you want to check how the class you're about to pick is performing in general. This one specifically is for the newest patch. So let's switch to the previous one, I'll tell you in a minute why. You just select the patch you're interested in. You don't have to touch limit and the offset. You select all the specs if you're interested in that, click update, and it will show you all the uploads and basically the statistic of the class based on what people have uploaded into parsley.io. Usually what people are checking is 6.5 million health dummy. Usually people use the 6.5 million, so this is the most relevant numbers you want to look for. This is for the burst, this is for more of a practice thing, and this is pure endurance. Yeah, as you can see, some people didn't even upload 10 million dummies on some of these specs. People are generally not using it that much. As you can see, there's like, what, 1 upload, 4 uploads, 0 uploads, so there's nothing even to compare. This is the most relevant number, and you can also see but the number of uploads, like 182, 135, in comparison to, for example, yeah, like here, like 71. This is also a lot, but you get the picture. So, how do I view which class is, quote-unquote, the best in DPS? You can view it by 2 ways. In maximum DPS achieved by people, as you can see, it's Virulent Sniper and Dirty Fighting Gunslinger, yeah, and it's 25,759.95, and this is the top DPS someone have achieved and bothered to upload in here. Next one we have Annihilation, Lightning, Innovative Ordnance, Concealment, Fury, Lethality, Vengeance, Entrance, etc. And you get to the Poor Carnage, which is over 5k behind everyone else. Oh wait, sorry, that's on average. So, the next one is, like I mentioned, the average. Now you'll see that it changed. It says Annihilation is on the top because we're doing it on average. Why you want to check the average as well, not only the maximum? Because this can tell you how easy or tough the rotations are. If you you can see Virulence on the top. Okay, let's use something because there is one spec which has a significant difference. Arsenal is a good example. Lightning is a perfect example. In max numbers, as you see, Lightning is performing perfectly. It's the third spec, yeah? But if you sort it by an average, you're gonna see that Lightning plummeted down as the fourth from the last of all the specs. This can tell you the picture how difficult the spec is to get proper numbers. So if you're getting into a new class, make sure you check, is it achievable, easier or harder, which class would fit. Of course, there is also one more aspect. If you like the class in general, eventually you're gonna do good numbers if you put your heart into it. That's kind of what I do with Arsenal. Yeah, I keep breaking the numbers a lot. But I digress. So that was the next thing, that's the average function. Next one is the percent. This percent tells us what's the difference of the DPSs on each classes in comparison to previous patch. So for example, we can see that from previous patch, from perspective of 6.1, how much DPS increased or decreased on, in this case, Annihilation, Marauder or Watchman, Sentinel. Yeah, it's 4.1% basically, based on 116 uploads. Pretty straightforward, kind of like a stock market. Next thing is what I mentioned already a few times, is the numbers of uploads. So this is the hashtag icon. You can sort it as well. You can see that the top uploaded parse, bin, lightning, all telekinesis. And you can see by that how many people have uploaded their numbers. Next one, everything else is the same for every individual dummy. Now, let's go over why I switched to a previous update. Because if you go light, from the time when I'm recording this video, patch came day before yesterday. And when you look at this here, you will notice that there are not that many uploads actually of each spec. This is because, like I said, the patch came very recently and people did not have time yet to put their numbers on. Like we can see, engineering, sniper has only one upload. Even the top specs, 11, 26, their numbers are climbing. So when patch comes along, you want to wait a few days, give it a few days for the people to upload their specs and their numbers into here for it to be relevant uploads, if you know what I mean. Of course, the max will work pretty much very soon, because you can already see what people already have achieved. I would still give it a few days, but this is the most relevant just after the update. Average will be relevant after people will upload their numbers more and more over time. Anyway guys, this is basically the all basic functions in Parsley.io, so you can view the classes, compare them to each other in the boss fights or on Star Wars in general while practicing on a dummy. I hope that this will be helpful for you, that you will be able to view the website with ease now and plan what you're gonna do with your class, if you want to improve or you just want to scrap your class in general and do something else, what works for you. So basically that's the thing. Like I said already at the beginning, if you want in-depth guide into Parsley.io, let me know in the comment section or tell me on our Discord server for the guild, and I can make such a guide going over the more in-depth functions of the Parsley. As for now, you should be able to, with ease, view the numbers for each and every individual spec in the game, DPS or healing wise. But anyway guys, thank you everyone for watching, leave a like if you like my content, subscribe if you want to see more, and well, I'll see you in the next video. See ya!